Welcome back, you guys. In today's video, we're going to be doing drywall origami. No, really, this is a three-way corner. This is the product, and we are going to be finding out if this is better than the tried and true 6-inch knife method of picking your three-way corners. Let me know in the comments if you have tried these three-way corners before, and also towards the end of the video, let me know if you think this has any value to you. So I think whether you are DIY or a pro, there's going to be some benefit to seeing if this is actually worth it. So without further ado, let's get right to it. This is definitely not a sales pitch or anything. This is just, they actually sent these to me like years ago, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to bias anything. But I'm a creature of habit. I don't like to do things different ways because it just typically costs me time and money. So I always do the same things. I think this needs something so that that binds right there. Let's get this, that's a big footprint. I'm deciding to try it somewhere that the cabinets are going in behind. So I'm just making sure to get as much mud out from behind because otherwise I'm building up this inside corner a lot. Well, I'm sure you're probably not supposed to get mud on the inside of this thing like I have already, but it's pretty easy to clean off. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to coat them during install, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So the idea here is that this is almost like a corner bead for the inside corner three-ways. And I have a feeling that that's gonna take more mud than I want it to hide. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if you think that this is the kind of thing that you've been missing all along, or if you call BS. This part is kind of hard to dial in. When I did try them before, I did them before taping my corners, and this time, and then so I ran my tape up to it, and this time I've done my tape first. And we'll see which one I think is easier, but again, it was years ago. It was like 2, maybe even 3 years ago, so I kind of don't remember. I just know I already had my system. So there's installed and a first coat. Now let's go to another three-way corner and I'll show you what I actually do. Okay, one of the reasons people struggle with these is that they don't understand it's a two-step process and that there's also a secret technique. I mean, it's not secret, it's just you don't usually know it unless you're actually in the drywall trades. So what you have to do is visualize each one of these being like a road leading into the center of something. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat only one side of it. So I'm gonna choose the left-hand side of each one of those. So put some mud on, put some mud on, and you'll notice I'm just keeping the mud on this side of my blade, and put some mud on. Okay, so now we're gonna feather, pull out, feather, pull down, feather, pull down. But I've done just the left-hand side of each one. And we're gonna come back and do just the right-hand side the next time. And we'll see how this turns out. But as far as I'm concerned, that was faster. Okay, let's get a second coat on this. I feel like it's gonna need at least one more, maybe even two. This didn't even cover. And some of that could just be user error. But what I would say is if I'm kind of struggling to coat it, then maybe it's not as intuitive and user-friendly as one would hope. Like I'm having a hard time not getting mud inside this part. That's a little better. But I would say that I'm actually having to use more skill to do that than I think the people who would benefit from this might have. I'm bringing out my A game to make this work. Yeah, this is like a corner bead in the corner, which is more than a corner bead in the three-way corner, which is more than I feel like trying to negotiate. However, maybe if you didn't try and do all the sides at the same time, you might get easier results. But I would say that was actually a bit of a challenge. Look how much further out that's coated as well. Here's my regular corner. Quick little scrape. And now we are going to do only the right hand side. And this will fill in the grooves left from the last coat. And it's still not like the easiest thing. So first I feather that, and then I sort of place it there and inch my way in. That's something I think a lot of people don't realize is if you try and get the knife in here without touching one side down first, you're unsteady. And so you're just gonna mash it. So feather that edge, get in the corner. There we go, that's it. Actually, it needs one more, quick pass. It usually needs one more on the one you started on. There. That's it. And so that's actually finished and ready for sanding when it dries. It's pretty easy peasy, if you ask me.
ਕੱਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਲੱਗੇ ਹਨ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੱਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਇਹਦਾ
There's the finished one. Looks good from my house. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this has any value for you? Do you see yourself being able to get a better finished product by using it? Personally, I don't get a better finished product. I get a better finished product doing it the old school method. It's a lot faster, cheaper, and simpler. But again, I have 15 years of experience behind me doing this. For some of you, this might actually be better. Let me know in the comments if you think it's gonna help you out. And sorry I wasn't able to get a better angle of what this looks like finished. I showed up when the guys were installing cabinets and caught them right before they put on the cabinet crown. But in the past, I actually used these on a whole job. And in that case, I think I installed them first and then did the tape after. And I had a problem with these where you could actually see this bump right at this point. So you had a straight line and then it kind of went whoop into the corner. So that was actually the problem that I came up with against when trying to use them about 3 years ago. And yeah, again, more comments. Let me know in the comments if that happened to you, if you tried using them. But yeah, I found that I was just able to get a better result doing it on my own. But I would say that doing the tape first and then installing these, I think actually created a better corner. So if you are gonna do it, definitely don't do the tape after. Tape your corners first, right into the corner, and then put these in then you won't get that little bump, or at least you'll be less likely to get a bump. Yeah, so that's it. That's my experience using the 3-way corners. Hope you guys are doing really well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till the next one.